Mr. Gibbs class. In April of 2012, my faith came to question. My belief in God, my belief in Christianity was all up in the air. Why? Why all of a sudden did my belief of God and my religion that I thought at the time was solid become questionable? Let's go back to September 2011. I had just woken up, my wife as well, and she came in and told me that she was pregnant. It was wonderful news. Some of the best news I had in a long time, because we've been trying. I think that we tried for a year and a half to get pregnant. And the time was right, and it happened. We called our family, we called our friends. We had parties. We had reveal parties. We had a party whenever we found out it was a little girl. So, as you can imagine, everybody was excited, as they should be. It's a very exciting time for a young couple. April 2012. April 19th, 2012 to be exact. We went in for our 7-month doctor visit. Nothing out of the ordinary. My wife looked at me as we were getting out of the car and walking up to the entrance door there to a diagnostic clinic and said, "The baby slept good last night. She didn't move very much." Neither one of us thought anything of it, because up to this point, we've had an easy pregnancy. There was nothing to worry about. So we went to the waiting room, we waited, we got called to the back. Doctor came in, he did his ultrasound, there was no heartbeat. Our little girl passed away during the night, sometimes during the night. It felt like somebody had took a hammer and beat me in the stomach. Why something like this had to happen to my wife and I'll never know. Still to this day, I don't know. We went to church. We gave our 10% tithes. We donated our time to the church. And also, we gave money to charities. I guess you could say we lived the Christian life. So why? Why did God decide to take our first child away from us? It's not like it happened early in the pregnancy. It happened late in the pregnancy. So, as everybody can imagine, we were distraught. She was depressed. I had to be the strong person. In front of her, I was. I was that rock to my wife like a husband should be. But inside, I was dying. I was losing my life. Our marriage was falling apart. And I didn't know what to do. So I blamed God. I blamed God for the loss of my child, to the failing of my marriage. That was until I looked at my wife and said, "Chanel, it's time to get back in church. The only way that we are going to survive this is for us to get back in church." That very first Sunday that we went back to church after we lost our child, and Dr. Stone, who's the preacher at Marble Baptist Church in Longview, Texas, his sermon that day was, "Everything that we have belongs to God." Everything. Our homes, our vehicles, our money, and yes, even our children. Why Kinsley was taken away from me, I don't know. I'll never know. Not until I get to heaven and find out why she was taken away. But there's a reason. There's a reason why she was taken away. And the only thing that I can tell you right now is that it was time for her to go home. It was time for her to go to heaven. And now I think of her as my guardian angel throughout my life. It was absolutely the hardest time of my life. Because of that sermon that Dr. Stone gave that day, I was able to put that tragedy into perspective. Did it heal me? No. But it gave me a closure. It gave my wife a closure. It gave me the opportunity to tell my wife that Kinsley went home to be with God because he needed her. So that's my testimony to you guys. Okay? My faith, my wife, we're stronger than ever. We've got 2 beautiful daughters. One is 4 years old. The other one just turned 9 months. God has blessed me in so many ways between my family and my career, getting me back to school. So, if you're watching this video and you are going through a hard time and you feel like you are at the bottom of that pit hole and you cannot get out, let me tell you something. You can get out. It's time to kiss the floor on your knees and talk to God. Because if you're at that point in your life, that's the only way you're going to be able to get out. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please let me know.